I need to replace my bypass. And for those of you that don't know what the bypass is, I'm going to show you. So this little setup here is our bypass. This is our chemical injector. For those of you that don't know what a chemical injector is, this is what allows me to pull my solutions on the outside of the pressure washer, our SH and our detergent. You do not want to run sodium hypochlorite through your pressure washing pump. It will damage it. That's why we have the chemical injector. All right, now this here allows the flow to run through the chemical injector to pull our soaps. Now, if I do not want to pull from the chemical injector, I can close this up, and what's going to happen is our water is going to come through here. It's going to jump the chemical injector. It's going to bypass it. That's why it's called the bypass. It's going to bypass the chemical injector and come out through our pressure line, right? Now, if I open this up, we're no longer bypassing the chemical injector. Our water is going to run through here, and then it's going to start pulling our solutions, and then it's going to run through our pressure line. And then we use special tips, which we use a twist nozzle that allows us to get low pressure so we can soft wash the house. And we use the downstreaming method here at 15 cent pressure washing. But as you can see, it's not a hole, but it's wore out. So we're going to replace this. We're going to replace all of this, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Let's get to it. You're going to need a few things to do this. You're going to need 2 crescent wrenches, plumbing tape, small section of threaded pressure line, ball valve, this little concoction here, which I'm going to break this down and show you guys this here in a minute. You're going to need 2 of those. All right, we got 2 right here. All right, let's get this stuff broke down and put together. All right, y'all do not mind the mess. This is from cleaning out gutters yesterday, and I ran out of bags. All right. I'm gonna take this stuff apart so we can get everything plumbed properly. Now we're gonna put our plumber's tape on the opposite direction of how this threads. Just like that there. Now, as you can see, we're not working against the tape. If I was to put this on the opposite way, whenever I would go to turn this here, it would work against the tape and it would pull it and it would not seal properly. So it's very important that you put your plumber's tape on properly for an efficient seal. So we're going to see which way this goes on. All right, so we know it goes on this way. So we're going to put our plumber's tape that direction. We're not working against the tape. I may have said opposite earlier. I don't know. But that's how you do it. Then we'll go ahead and get our other one rigged up. We usually use Hercules tape, but I've ran out. I don't know why, but still to this day, plumber's tape will confuse me sometimes. Been using it for years. Not working against the tape. go. Not working against that tape. Now that we got that threaded, we need to get this bad boy in there. I'm gonna go ahead and run him right there. Alright, go ahead and connect our ball valve in there. See, getting confused with the tape now. Tighten this up. As tight as we can get it. Do that like that right there. All right. This. Bada boom, bada bing. Just like that. You see how this is allowed to spin? Well, supposed to be on both sides. Doesn't look like they put it on both sides. Nope. Wah, 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 wah. Sorry. Bada boom. Make sure ain't none of that tape in there. Just tighten that bad boy up. Get it as tight as we can. Important that this stuff is really tight, man. You're gonna have a lot of pressure going through these lines. Try to get through your seal. It ain't got to be like Superman tight. You want to be able to take the stuff apart eventually if you need to. you can keep parts off of it or whatnot. Let's go and take that off. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Yeah, the reason I'm replacing this is I have been getting a lot of air in my line. So I checked my bypass and everything, it's a little wore out. Had a little leak, and even just the slightest leak can cause you to lose tons of pressure. You fix your leak, get back to washing, you will notice the difference in pressure, man. If you ever have leaks, fix them as soon as possible. Do not just let leaks go and just get to it eventually. Fix it as soon as you can. Get in there. Alright, so we're going to want to make sure that this thing is able to sit flat. You see how there's a little bit of that there, whatever you want to call it. We're going to make sure this thing sits flat so whenever it's back there, this thing isn't curling all up. We're going to get this a little bit tighter. See if that's got it. Yep, there she is. Alright, let's go ahead and tighten these up. Make sure they're both tightening. You don't want to just tighten one side. And also, whenever you're putting new parts on, always check your gaskets in there and make sure you got your O-rings. Make sure they're in there good too. Sometimes they won't be in there properly and you'll blow it out and ruin it. And you got to replace it. And I would recommend going on like Amazon or something and just buying a crap ton of them, because you will need them. Alright, I'm going to give it one more tug. And from there, we should be good with this one. tight. We're about done, y'all. Alright. And there it is. Let's get back there and hook it up. All right, now that we got our bypass put together, let's go ahead and disconnect the old one. Like that there. Let's get our chemical injector out of there. And when this thing leaks, it will cause your chemical injector to not pull properly. Now we'll save this ball valve. We may be able to save the T's, not 100% sure. They're a little rusted out, we'll probably trash those. But the ball valve, we can save. Alright, so we'll go ahead and insert our chemical injector on that end. Go ahead and connect our other end of the bypass to the chemical injector. This here is our line that goes to our hose reel, our pressure line. And then this is the line that runs to the pressure washer. As you can see, man, we always keep fresh parts. You don't want rusted out parts and stuff that'll rust your trailer out. We like to keep everything clean here at 15 cent pressure washing. And there it is. You got a bypass. All right, I hope that could help some of y'all out. Learn how to put a bypass together. And for those of you that may have not known what bypass was or a chemical injector, now you do. Now that I'm set up, I'm gonna go ahead and pull my pressure line out. Water's already hooked up, cut the water on, and start washing this house.